Y'all know the biggest news from this weekend, man. I love when we can headline, W-E, can headline a storyline. I told you at the beginning of this year, Aubrey, I said it was going to be headshots all year. You need to walk around with a helmet like Daft Punk. Mike, you ever listen to Daft Punk?
Not by choice.
They album that they won album of the year for at the Grammys?
Yeah.
Great album.
Yeah.
I like electric. All right, sidebar before we get started.
Yeah.
If you could be born in any era, what era would it have been in? Besides the one that you was born in?
Any era.
Based off music.
Based off music?
Yeah.
I think we had the best era of music. The 90s, I feel, is like the 90s to like 2008, I think is the golden era of all music.
I wish I was around for like that electric disco dance. I think I would have had a ball, but I think I would have been a cokehead.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous era. I mean, some shit popped off. Yeah, I was a little too wild back then. Like, nah, that era's not for me. Not for long term longevity.
I love like electronic style music.
I mean, I think every drug was on the table back then. Like,
facts.
Yeah, I would avoid that era. Yeah,
I wish I could go there.
I mean, my era wasn't much. I mean, my era was the whole STD.
Yeah,
teenage pregnancy, crack. I mean, it wasn't great, but yeah, I think that the late 70s and 80s. I don't know if I wanted to grow up in that era.
I want to go back to the disco era. That's me.
I like disco. I mean, I like house, which means by proxy, I like electric a little bit. But
come on, man.
So like I said, I mean, I've never like oh man, they playing Daft Punk. Like, let me go in there. But I mean, if you hung out in Miami. I think Miami has more hip hop music now, but like when I first started hanging out in Miami, it was hip hop nights back then.
Oh yeah,
in Miami, it wasn't like you could walk in a club and it was gonna be all hip hop all night. No, it was electric dance, disco.
I was talking
house.
I was talking to my homegirl, and she was mad because she went to Toronto in July, and she was like, "Yo, everywhere we went, we just heard house music." And I ain't see no black people. And I had to tell her, I'm like, Toronto got less black people there than America. Like,
yeah,
you can really not see black people while you up there. But that's not what we get into. I want to congratulate Kendrick, Duckworth, Lamar on securing the biggest concert of 2025. And he already got the biggest concert of this year. I mean, come on, man. We doing the Super Bowl, man. I don't even know what a hand claps is no more on here. Hold on.
You're going to have to name them.
Yeah. We got a new soundboard because y'all broke my last one.
It's nice, too.
Yeah, it do. I like the lights, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kendrick. What is your reaction to Kendrick doing the Super Bowl halftime performance?
I mean, it's Jay-Z led, so I'm not surprised.
All right, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Here's the thing. I think LA set a precedent, right? Like prior, anybody could be in the Super Bowl. Like that's kind of what's the thing.
Okay.
But I think LA, when they brought out the LA artists, I think that was like, oh, well, we'll do this in major cities now. Because I think when didn't Jay-Z do the Giants?
The only person
who
I was gonna bring it up, but the only person who Dre is the only artist who actually performed in a home city of all time. Dr. Dre. Nobody else has
nobody else has done that.
Nobody.
So Again, it's a precedent. Sorry. So on one hand, I'm like, I get the NFL saying, okay, we don't want to set a precedent where every time we go to somebody's city, we got to try to find, artists. Because I mean, who's going to play in Dallas, right? Like, you don't have international artists in Dallas, right? But here's the thing, right? If they did a Super Bowl in Nashville, would we not expect a stage full of country music singers?
Maybe.
Yeah, like that's sort of what we'd expect. Or Beyonce doing a country set.
We'll get to Beyonce.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So I get them not wanting to set the precedent, but after LA, New Orleans just made too much sense to say, hey, and look, I get that you can't put Cash Money on stage. I completely understand.
Thank you.
You can't put Cash Money on stage.
Me and Mike had this argument already.
Yeah, but however, you can put Lil Wayne on stage and everybody that he's collabed with. So you don't even need Lil Wayne to remember 10 songs. You could actually get 6 collaborations where the people that collab does the majority of the work. No. And you just keep Lil Wayne clean for a week and you could have this concert, or or even No Limit. I know we had this argument that they don't have global appeal, but I mean, bro, everybody knows No Limit songs. There's 6 No Limit songs out there that everybody would know.
I can't name 5.
Let me go to my No Limit playlist.
You got to know them off the top of your head. This is what me and Mike had to argue. Mike said No Limit or Cash Money.
Make them say, like, bro, like, come on, everybody.
You can't play that at no Super Bowl, Mike.
You absolutely can.
You can't. You cannot play this. This is my thing. I thought that we should get a Lil Wayne concert, right? Sorry, y'all. I had a brain freeze. I thought that we'd get Lil Wayne, right? That would sound obvious. It looked cool. And then it started hitting me. Yo, there's not 10 Lil Wayne songs that he could perform that is set for a Super Bowl audience. And I love Lil Wayne. I know his discography after 2015, before 2015. All that bullshit he was doing afterwards, I don't listen to, and you can't play that. Also, so when my favorite thing on Twitter for the last couple of days was Mike trying to find them 6 songs that he think.
I already looked in. Look,
you can't do No Limit. That's enough.
You would have had to do No Limit and Lil Wayne.
Okay? So you can't do that.
You could open up Lil Wayne, a Millie.
Okay, a Millie you can do.
Yeah, you could do a Millie. Look at Me Now.
Nobody want to hear that.
Okay.
Because that would have been cool. You got Busta come out and while Lil Wayne is over there looking leaned out.
Can't do Truffle Butter.
You can't do that. Bro, you can't. You can do Fireman.
Hey, you can do Back That Ass Up. Like, you can open up with Back That Ass Up.
You can, but Lil Wayne could just do his little part.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's enough collabs, man.
It's not.
There's enough collabs, man. Like,
bruh. And then you know what it's really got me to? I'm gonna let y'all into something. I've said this a million times on the pod, right?
Got Money. Come on.
Got Money.
Yeah, with T-Pain. Got Money.
That's
you
was just complaining about Usher starting off slow. And you playing all his thing. He could do the Mrs. Officer. You could do a couple of songs of
Fireman. Come on.
I said Fireman.
Oh, okay, you did.
Yeah,
You did.
It's some songs in there, but
you only need 6, bro. Like, halftime show like 10 minutes, bro.
It's 15 minutes. You need more than, and you can't do verses. I mean, you can only do a verse. So you're going to need at least about 15 songs. That's the other thing people are not looking at. But I'm going to get to the real nitty gritty why I know Lil Wayne couldn't do this. When have ever in your life, Mike, that you heard that Lil Wayne was a great performer?
I have never heard that.
Lil Wayne has been rapping since he was 13. Me and Lil Wayne the same age. He's been rapping since then. You've never heard of a great Lil Wayne performance. My wife worked for Live Nation. Lil Wayne just went on tour where he was doing small venues to open up. I do believe
Swagger Like Us.
You could do Swagger Like Us.
We can find 6 songs, man. We can find 6.
No. You need to find 15. Don't give me no 6.
we can find 6 Lil Wayne songs.
Mike's still scrolling over here. You ain't finding them damn songs that Lil Wayne could do. But we've never heard Lil Wayne was a good performer. And I believe there's a story of how Jay-Z went to Usher and said, yo, get ready. Just get yourself ready. We'll see what happens. Usher does this Vegas residency. It takes off. And Usher proves to the world, to the Super Bowl, yo, I'm worthy of this. Yeah. And let's be clear. Usher had the biggest tour of that year, the most popping tour, not most selling, but the most talked about tour. The Vegas residency was a real thing. And so Usher killed it. I believe that maybe Hov went to Lil Wayne and told his people, yo, get ready. You heard nothing good about them small venues events. Either Lil Wayne was canceling, Lil Wayne was not showing up to rehearsals. These are all things that was said about that whole tour.
You making a good argument, man.
People was talking about how Wayne got on stage and did not know the words.
That is true.
And now that we've been showing, they've been going, I love Twitter. This is the only thing y'all good for. Twitter has been going out showing us terrible Lil Wayne performances of the last year, not 10 years ago. And it's like, all right, cool. What do we expect? I do believe that for us to do this Lil Wayne thing, they should have made it a Young Money thing. You got to have Drake and Nicki up there.
Yeah, Unfortunately, Young Money would have definitely worked. Yeah, but unfortunately,
I'm gonna call it how I see it. Jay-Z don't like Nicki Minaj. I don't care what y'all say. That is clear.
I don't think he likes Drake either.
I think he's cool with Drake. I think the music people don't like Drake anymore. And so, yeah, I love you idiots over here. Oh, Drake should do an Apple commercial. An Apple show or Amazon show during the Super Bowl. Did y'all not read the sponsor? Amazon puts on shows. Drake is never going on Amazon. I hate talking to kids on the internet. And like I said before, I think most of y'all are bots. I really do believe that higher ups don't rock with Drake right now. I think Drake got the big head. Now, if it's one artist this year who I thought was going to do the Super Bowl, I just knew it'd be Taylor Swift. But now that I know that the next 2 Super Bowls are in Cali, if I'm Taylor Swift, I take Cali over New Orleans any day.
Any day.
Twice. Matter of fact, I'm doing the next 2.
Yeah.
And then it's like the last time the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, Lil Wayne was the hottest rapper in the world. Guess who did the Super Bowl? Beyonce.
Yeah. Which it's Beyonce.
It's Beyonce.
But I'm not mad at Kendrick doing the Super
Congratulate
Bowl.
my mans.
Yeah, look, man. Congratulations.
Are
to
you going to be a fair judger of the Super Bowl?
I don't dislike Kendrick. I've told. Hold on. I've always told y'all I'm just not a fan of his catalog of music.
Are you going to judge it fairly?
Probably not. I'm probably going to be biased. If I'm being honest, right? Probably not. Absolutely, probably. Especially if my 49ers is shitting the bed during the Super Bowl because I think we're going to go. But probably not.
Poor guy, man.
But look, this is this. Again, y'all Kendrick fans and y'all Eminem fans, man, I really try not to engage y'all because y'all do not understand nuance. And you think that if somebody's...
You think Drake fans do?
Yeah,
they're worse than Kendrick fans.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't interact with Drake fans because I don't really dislike or like Drake either. So I like the old Drake. But
I want to congratulate Kendrick because this is amazing. Talk about this. Now...
dude, the real talk, it really looks like Drake has done more for Kendrick career than Kendrick has done for Kendrick's career. Even if it's Drake hate. It's like...
We got like 30 Grammys and a Pulitzer. And you talking about Drake has done more. No, this is... Kendrick's already done this without Drake. He's done the Super Bowl before. Now you're going to do it. And you know the reason I was looking at? Kendrick, don't be surprised if U2 pop up there. He got songs with them. He has a couple of the white bands that they're going to mix in for live performances. Now, here's the question I have for you. Do he perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl?
He has to. He absolutely has to.
Okay, if he has to, do the NFL say you cannot call Drake a pedophile on this stage?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So how do we get around that?
He's just not going to do the whole song.
No, it's in the first verse.
That's what I'm saying.
I sung it this morning because I wanted to be clear. I sung it in the shower this morning. I did it very well.
Yeah. It won't be like he'll either do the back end of it or he'll do the chorus of it. But they're not going to let that fly.
Nah, you got to do that wop wop wop. That is the part.
Yeah, the wop wop wop. But I said he's going to skip. Now here's the thing. Now here's the question: if he skips that part, is his fans going to look at him and be like, "Damn, Kendrick, you corporate"? Because Kendrick is able to keep this veil of he's this authentic guy. And he's not, right? He launched it with the American flag in the background. And here's the thing. I am for Black Americans either liking the flag or hating the flag. You reserve the right to do either because you're indigenous to this country. So if you want to rock it because everybody else from the DR and Puerto Rico and Panama, they rock all their flags. If you want to rock your flag, I get it. But also, if you're also the type that's like, you know what? I want to burn this thing. You get both rights. So so I'm not blaming Kendrick, but I'm saying Kendrick keeps this veil of, he's just authentic Black and he's soulful and, it's messianic almost, right?
Okay.
And
I don't see the problem.
Yeah. And it's like, Kendrick's a little corporate.
I mean, you got to be corporate.
Yeah. But again, that's not really how his fans see him.
Nah, I think everybody looks at Kendrick as he's himself. He don't make fuss. He don't make noise. But he gets off his shit, but he also don't upset white folks. And I think, but it's he don't pander to them, but he don't make them upset. I think that's one of the things. Now, I look at it like this. I think what's going to happen is, hey, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. I don't think he's going to say Drake's name.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's going to go. That's really, I think I didn't do anything. The crowd sung that part. Or you might bleep it out. That's what I really think. Because I think the NFL is going to have a long day with.
If he doesn't do the song, is that more of a problem?
I don't know because I know that the Grammys are the week before. Not Like Us is winning maybe Song of the Year. If not, it's definitely winning Rap Song of the Year for sure.
Yeah.
It's I don't care who you are. Drake knows who's winning Rap Song of the Year. And Not Like Us will be possibly, it's going to be up for Song of the Year.
Yeah.
And I don't know what song beats it. Maybe it's some pop song that I just don't realize plays in every H&M every day.
It's Not Like Us is a pop song at this point. Like it's been sung at white weddings, right? It's a pop song.
Look, and I'm like, it's going to be interesting. So I think you do got to perform it, but I'm not going to be shocked. I'm going to be shocked where it gets played at. And I'm going to get nervous if we get 12 minutes into it and you ain't sung it yet. But I'm gonna get nervous because I want to hear it. But also it's like, and I think I'm gonna say this, Kendrick, that should be your last time performing the song.
It should be. Super Bowl should be like
you gave us a year.
Yeah.
You beat Drake's head in, and Drake, I'm gonna let you know this too. Stop championing this. Round 2 is up. You have lost. If that man calls you a pedophile, a PDFile, whatever they want to call it, on the biggest concert stage of the year, and he drops his album the next week, you have to relax.
Well, no, I mean it's a knockout already. So
I try to tell y'all. But before that, Tyreke got arrested.
Yeah,
and
insane
because of the simple fact of, I think we got the video yesterday.
Yeah, I think we saw the video yesterday.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. Don't y'all kill me. Hopefully, by the time we get famous, hopefully sooner than later, but y'all didn't hear this part. As soon as I heard Tyreke got arrested, I said, what he done did now? Because he seems problematic as a person.
Tyreke doesn't have any social capital available. So, I mean, and it's been that way. I mean, it's the reason why he fell to the second round coming out of college. Like, the kid could play. Tyreke has, he's done things, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, once you kind of get a reputation, it's kind of hard to get away from it. And look, I mean, what was he driving? What was that? A McLaren?
It looked like a McLaren, yeah.
Yeah, like I have zero doubts that Tyreke in his McLaren coming to the game was probably driving above the speed limit.
Oh, facts.
Like, I have zero doubt. But I mean, what show have you not watched? Right, Ballers. Like we see, like, yo, this is what athletes do.
Facts.
Right. So I think that day there was some cop that wanted to flex himself. Yeah. And when I saw the hands of the cop look like they're all tattered up.
Yeah,
I'm almost certain that dude is more than likely one of those bigot,
Hispanics? Oh, you wasn't gonna say that part?
No, I wasn't gonna say that part. I was gonna say that part.
I can do it to my wife, Puerto Rican. I think that's the thing I'm supposed to say.
Yeah.
And Ben listens.
So I'm like, I'm pretty sure that guy is a bigot.
Why we don't talk about bigots in other cultures and races?
I think we do. I just think that because Euro Americans make up the bulk of the country, that's where people mind automatically go. But I mean, yeah, the Latin America has its own problems when it comes to race and colonialism, and it's very similar to the United States.
Yeah, I mean, Nori loves to tell the story about when he went to Spain and they looked down on him. He had all this money, and he was like, they was looking at him like he was crazy because they was like, yo, Puerto Ricans is the bottom. And he was like, not only was he Puerto Rican, he's Puerto Rican and black. So they was just like, oh no. And he was talking about how racist Spanish people are. And Cubans don't fuck. Never mind.
Yeah. Like, well, no, I mean, we know what Miami Cubans are like in comparison to Cubans from Cuba.
The word is y'all think y'all white.
Yeah, so rumor has it y'all Euro American. So I get it. That's what I'm about to start saying. I stole that, by the way.
I like it.
Yeah, I've stole it. I did not come up with that, but definitely going to rock with it. But Tyreke being pulled out the car and arrested. Like, here's my real problem: is that cop is going to get fired from the Miami Police Department, and he's going to go right next door. What's next door? Was it Hialeah County? Is it next door? I think
so.
Yeah, he's going to go right to Hialeah and have a job, right? And that's the problem in this country when we have I can't even call them race warriors because they're not warriors, right? Race mobs, in the police departments, right? Is that they go from one right to another one. And then the next guy that he pulls out of the car isn't going to be driving a McLaren. He's not going to be on the phone with Drew Rosenhaus, who's the most powerful football agent out there. He's not going to be an employee of a billionaire, right? He's going to be a regular guy. Mm-hmm. And everything that goes in that police report is going to be a reality for him, whether it happened or not. And that is a huge problem. And Tyreke being arrested, I think it does what it always do, right? You bust open the door, you shine a light, and you see all the roaches, right? And then when you shine that light, they all scatter, right? You haven't killed them. You haven't stopped them. You haven't prevented any of the problems that make the roaches come. It's just you shine a light on it, and then everything scatter, and then there's nothing there. And you're like, oh, look, the apartment's clean. And it's like, no, it's not. And that's how our police departments are. They're not clean. Like every time we shine a light, everybody just scatter, right? At some point, we need to clean up these departments so Americans like ourselves, can actually also enjoy the same privilege that Euro Americans have.
I'm gonna go back to this because I said at the beginning, I repeat it now. Smartest people don't work for the government, yo. Like, and it seems like I remember being in high school and somebody was like, "Oh, what you gonna do?" And I was like, "Well, my fallback job if I just become a loser in life, I'm gonna just be a police officer." And it's not because I disvalue them, but it's just like I know intelligence doesn't have to play a factor in that. And it's a sad world. Like I just saw as soon as the clip came out on Twitter, shout out to Twitter. This is where we get our news from. So if it's ever incorrect, you need to blame Elon. I'm watching the video and at first I'm tight because Tyreke raises his window up, right? And it's not because I just know what's coming next.
Yeah. You already know. And, bruh, how do you not know that this is a football player?
Joe was talking about in getting his Ferrari. Ferrari knows only 10,000 people in the world can afford their cars.
Yeah.
McLarens, I imagine, are the same way.
Yeah.
They might cost, if not the same, a little bit more than Ferraris, right? So it's only but so many people in the world that can afford this car. So clearly you have to be somebody.
You have to be somebody. You're heading to the game. You're somebody.
And then you hear the cop come over. So anyway, I was mad that he wound down the window because if I am an officer and I'm pulling you over, keep your window down. They super tinted. I don't know what the hell you about to pull off.
This is true.
That is one thing that made me tight. And then the other thing that made me tight is like, Tyreke, I'm acting like I got to pay for the window to get replaced. I already know that window is not a cheap window.
No.
Right? So I'm looking at that. And then it's just like sometimes in the last 6 months, I've been pulled over twice by the police, 3 times. And matter of fact, when we went to Florida, we got pulled over, right? And the police asked for something, and I just reached down, grabbed my mom's bag, which is a book bag, and I reach in it. And mind you, it's 3 or 4 in the morning. So and the police officer wakes me up. And so when he go back to the car, my mom goes, "Why did you go in that bag? You need to ask them next time for you to go in that bag." And I told her, I was like, "You right." And then my sister was having a whole separate conversation with Hayden in the back row of why he needed to stay still. Or whatever. And so my sister's having that conversation. My mom said this. And I just told my mom, I was like, honestly, it's 4 a.m. I was not thinking I was asleep. Like his flashlight opened up and the cop was cool. You know what I'm saying? He and I think sometimes you got to watch out for them. So I'm looking at Tyrese, who I don't think have good social skills in general, and not the best at decision making. And I'm like, bro, it's certain things. But once he got on the floor and he's like talking to the police, pleading, I was scared for Tyreke, but I was more scared for his homeboy who's in the car in front, who's trying to help out and be a help. And the cop is over here screaming on him like, no, now I'm demanding your license, even though I ain't pulling you over, even though I'm not detaining you. I need identification. I'm just like, man, this shit could have went so bad.
No, but it really, really could have.
And it's just like what you said. What happened when they pull me over next time?
Yeah. I mean, when they grabbed Tyreke, I was worried because, I don't know if you've seen how ripped Tyreke is. Mm-hmm. Like, he's small, but when they pulled him out of that car, you really got to see what an NFL player looks like up close to a real person. And I was like, man, this could have went so left if Tyreke just... Because, they're trying to put his arms behind his back. Yeah. And it's like, if Tyreke just overreacts. Yeah. This goes bad. This goes bad. Because, he's definitely going to be stronger probably than both of y'all put together, right? So the only thing y'all can do at this point is what are you gonna do? Yeah, right. You got a scary, strapping, ripped black man that's refusing. So it's tiresome, bro. All cops aren't bad, but if a bad apple is in the bunch, it's gonna spoil all of them. Might take some time, but eventually all of them are going to be spoiled.